Hi, welcome to my channel. Here I share tools, resources, and information for aspiring entrepreneurs like myself who want to start an online business and take their life to the next level. So if you're into that kind of stuff, then make sure to subscribe. In today's video though, I'm going to be talking about planning your day effectively. If you find yourself making to-do lists but somehow manage to get nothing done on that list, you're really going to enjoy and benefit from today's video. If you're the kind of person that has ambition and desire to excel, but somehow you feel unorganized and don't even know where to start, then stick around because by the end of this video, you will have peace, clarity, and you will have clear action steps to reaching each and every one of your goals. I'm going to be sharing with you a powerful way of planning that's guaranteed, if you implement it, to increase your productivity by 50%. When it comes to planning, there are really several ways to go about it. Some people believe you shouldn't be too rigid. Other people believe you should follow a schedule hour by hour and follow it to the T. I think I'm about 70-30, meaning 70% of the time I do follow a schedule hour by hour, and 30% of the time I give myself room for adjustments, canceling things, and just changing things around. But we're going to go over that in detail later on in the video. Whatever the case though, I think some sort of planning is better than nothing. So continue watching this video, take from it what you think will work for you, and just discard what doesn't. So I've always made to-do lists, but as of recently, I've really been concentrated on defining this process. And there are two people who really motivated me to start taking planning more serious. Brian Tracy, with his quote, "For every 1 minute spent in planning, you save 10 minutes in execution." So it pays off. Having a clear, defined course for your day will ultimately save you time. And of course, Tony Robbins with his quote, "When you talk about something, it's a dream. When you envision it, it's exciting. When you plan it, it's possible. But when you schedule it, it's real." If you really think about this quote, only the things that get scheduled get done. You show up to work because you're scheduled to be there. Whether it's 4 a.m., 5 p.m., or 9 p.m., you're there because you're scheduled. You show up to your doctor's appointment because you're scheduled. Now, to be fair, there are probably other reasons you do show up to these places, but mainly it's because you're scheduled to be there. And that's the point I'm at now, scheduling my day hour by hour. And I know that sounds crazy, but I don't care because at this season in my life, that's what's working. With a full-time job and 4 kids, and as an aspiring entrepreneur, this is what's working. And it may change in the future, and I'm open to that. Before you even get started with a day-to-day action plan, you have to start with the year overview. Clarity is power. So the more specific you are about what it is you want, the more your brain will know how to get there. I created a free goal-setting workbook that teaches you how to set meaningful and specific goals. So after you're done watching this video, I highly recommend that you go download that workbook. It's free. All I need is your name and your email address so I can send you a PDF version right away. But for now, I'm going to be really vulnerable and I'm going to be sharing with you 3 of my goals so that we can see what the process is like. I'm going to try to make this a well-rounded presentation, and I'm going to be sharing with you a relationship goal, a business goal, and a self-improvement goal. And hopefully after seeing how I break it down, you will see how it goes into my day-to-day action plan. So let's get started. Okay, so here is one of my business goals. I easily gain at least 1,000 new amazing, inspiring, like-minded YouTube subscribers by December 31st, 2017. So as you can see, the goal is clear and it's specific. So the next step is to break it down into bite-sized pieces. So here's the breakdown. To get to 1,000 subscribers, I need 83 a month, 21 a week, and 3 a day. Breaking your goal down to a day-to-day basis is essential because it makes it seem less far-fetched, and also because that's all we really have control over. Today, this moment. If we take charge and focus on today, every day, then progress will be inevitable. Okay, so now we know our daily goal, but what are we going to do to make it happen? What are the requirements for you to accomplish your goal? What are some action steps that you can take to help you meet your goal at the end of the year? So here's what I came up with. I make at least one new video a week, which I'm still working on. I watch videos on the topic. I comment on every video I watch. I subscribe to at least 2 channels that are similar to mine. I blog about my videos. I invite new email subscribers to check out my channel. I use Instagram and Facebook to promote my videos, and I bought Adele's book. So these are the action steps that you're going to use to effectively plan your day on Evernote. So don't skip this step. The final part to a well-written goal is your why. Don't just set goals because they sound good or because everyone else is doing it. You need a real purpose behind each goal. This will help you stay on top of your game and keep you motivated to just keep pushing every day. So here's my why. I connect with like-minded individuals. I help others by sharing what I know. I get better at speaking and sharing ideas, and it's another source of income. Alright, so now that you get the gist of it, I'm going to just speed through the last 2 examples so we can get to how we will input this into Evernote. So here's one of my self-improvement goals. I easily read at least 20 new, informative, inspiring, and motivational books by December 31st, 2017. So the breakdown is 5,000 pages a year, 416 pages a month, and 14 pages a day. I think this is for like a book averaging 150 pages. I don't really remember how I came up with this math, but you get the gist of it. The actions that I'm going to take to accomplish this goal are read 15 minutes every morning and night, have a book downloaded on my Kindle and have one at home. Instead of being on social media, I enjoy reading books. Why? Because I want to learn. I want to learn more about my industry. I want to grow. I want to improve my writing and to be inspired and motivated. And finally, one of my relationship goals. I easily spend time with my kids every day. I make it an enjoyable bonding moment by December 31st, 2017. I make plans the day before and research fun games, and I schedule it. Why? Because having an amazing relationship with my kids is important to me, and I make it a top priority. So as you can see, when you have your goals and your action plans organized this way, you can strategically choose what goes on your to-do list. This will help you avoid wasting energy on things that really don't matter. It's like an idle car that's just on, it's sitting there, but it isn't going anywhere. It's just parked, wasting energy and gas. So don't be that person. Don't be the person that looks busy but is not effective. Okay, on to Evernote. Okay, so here we are on my Evernote dashboard. I won't go over how to use Evernote. If you've never used this free app and you want to learn how, then just check out my tutorial, how to use Evernote for beginners. I'll link it in the description and somewhere around this video. For now, we're going to be looking at 3 notebooks: my personal to-do, business to-do, and my today notebook. I've created shortcuts for each one by going into each one and pressing the star button. Like this business to-do, just go here, press this star button, and that way they're easily accessible right here on the sidebar when you want to reference back to them throughout the day. So let's start with this personal and business to-do notebooks. 2 things that determine what goes into each of these notebooks. One is responsibilities. There are some things I don't want to do, but I have to get done. And of course, the actions I came up with when writing my goals. So within each of these notebooks, there's more notes. Within this business to-do notebook, I have a note for each area of my business. So as I'm trying to figure out what I want to get done for the next day, I go into each of these notes and determine what's absolutely necessary. What's the next right step? What will move me closer to my goals? So once I determine what's absolutely necessary, I can move those items to my today notebook. And in my today notebook, I have several notes as well. One of them is my goals. I recommend that once you have your goals written out, you create a notebook for them here in Evernote so you can read them every day and so that you can use them to plan your day. I name my actual to-do list to create. because I feel like an efficient to-do list is going to help you create the life and the business that you want. So at the very top of this to create to-do list, whatever you want to call it, I have my non-negotiables. These are things that I check off every single day. They get done, but I don't delete them. They're important things. They come from my goals. That's my affirmations, read my goals every day, write my book every day, write some part of my book every day, work with my son on his speech therapy, and B-School. Below these non-negotiables, I have the items that I have determined are absolutely necessary that are going to move me closer to my goals. Once I have those, down here I have them scheduled hour by hour. Now there are some things that aren't going to fit in this schedule, but that's okay because they'll be here waiting for me tomorrow and they'll have a chance to get done. So I'm going to go, well, first let me tell you, what I've been doing lately is cutting this schedule from this notebook and moving it into its own notebook. So I move it here to June 14. I name it the date, today's date, and paste it here. That way I have easy access to it throughout the day when I want to check it off as I get things done, because that's one of the greatest benefits of a to-do list. The feeling you get when you're done with something and you come here and check it off, it just creates even more momentum. So I've done all these things today. So I got up at 5, I washed my face, brushed my teeth, then I had coffee and read a book. I worked on my book for 3 hours and a half. Then it was breakfast time, then it was time to clean. Then I did the outline for this screencast, and now I'm recording this screencast. After that, it will be time for a snack. My kids are on vacation, so I have to keep them fed. After that, I have to update my landing page. I finally redid a landing page yesterday. Now I have to update it on my book, blog, on my welcome email, and on Linktree. After that, it'll be time to update my website, then lunch. Then it'll be time to do Benji's speech therapy. Then I'll edit this video and upload it, thumbnail. Then it'll be time for another snack. Then we'll go to the park. Then I'll work on my blog post, schedule an email for tomorrow, edit the metadata for this video, and finally share it. Then I'll work on B-School, have dinner, clean, read a bedtime story to the kids, and then I'll plan my day for tomorrow. I feel like it's more efficient when you plan your day the day before. That way when you wake up in the morning, you wake up on a good note and you can just hit the ground running with your list of to-dos. But what I really want you to get from this method of planning is that this is the only way to make sure that you are making progress on your goals every day. So as you can see in today's schedule, there are actions to reaching my goals of 1K subscribers, I'm moving the needle forward on my goal of reading 20 books this year, and most importantly, I'm spending time with my kids every day. Okay, some final notes of this method of planning. Scheduling your day like this helps you use Parkinsons Law to your advantage. So Parkinsons Law is a law that states that work expands so as to fill the time available for its completion. Meaning if you have a deadline in 2 weeks to finish a project, you're going to take those 2 weeks to complete that project. But if you had to complete the same project in 5 days, then you would only take 5 days. On the same note, giving yourself a deadline to complete projects creates a sense of urgency. You'll be more apt to staying focused and avoiding distractions. I gave myself this morning 1 hour and a half to clean my house. If I didn't do that, I'd still be cleaning my house, organizing things that I didn't even plan on organizing. This method of planning will work for everyone. This is just an example, but regardless of your situation, whether you're a stay-at-home mom, you work full-time, or you're a student, this method will work the same. The tasks on this list are not set in stone. Things are bound to come up. If something goes wrong in your day, you can move or cancel things and still make sure that the important stuff gets done. There's been times that I just ditched this list altogether.
When you schedule your day like this, you'll never lose track of what to do next. When you start to get overwhelmed, you can always look at your list and just focus on what's important.
One more thing that I want to add before we wrap up this video is that using Evernote to have your day planned out and have your business to-do list, your personal to-do list, really helps you stay productive because you'll be able to use any time that would have been wasted time efficiently. So as you're waiting in line at the grocery store, as you're waiting at the doctor's office to be called, or waiting for your car to be serviced, there's always something that can be done to keep pushing your business forward or keep getting things on your personal to-do list done. And by having it in Evernote, it syncs from your laptop to your tablet to your phone. It syncs across all devices, so it'll always be available for you. You will always be able to get something done. So that's all I have for you today. I really hope you found this video helpful and that you use this method of planning. If you are, let me know by hitting the thumbs up button and leave a comment below. What was your biggest takeaway from this video? What will you be using? What will you not be using? Let me know in the comments below. That's all I have for you today. Make sure to share this video with a friend who you think will find it helpful, and I will see you next time or in the comments below. Bye.